A dead end? What kind of fact? Well, yeah! Hey! What's going on?
Hey! Good morning, sunshine.
It's Princess Mary from the rally.
Let me go!
What? No way. I was trying to power the Moloch with this stupid relic, but a better power source just broke in here all on her own. Thanks so much for that.
I don't know what you're planning, but you can't keep me here!
Oh, I can. You're gonna power the Moloch and reunite the world under my eye. See, my dad was a big dreamer, but he wanted to protect everyone, and he knew the best way to do that was for the Iron Kingdom to be in charge.
How dare...
I mean, it's obvious. We have... all other countries are primitive in comparison. Of course we should rule! I'm only looking out for everybody and continuing dear old Dad's vision. Isn't that right, Dad? Right?
You've got your dad in here somewhere?
It was his dying wish. His brain powers the Moloch, even after death. So he's like, more or less immortal. I mean, aren't machines just the best? Using you as a battery, we can take this thing mobile even sooner than we hoped. Oh, I just can't thank you enough. Oh, Campan, good timing. Thanks for luring her here. You did a great job, seriously.
That's right. It is I, Campan, super spy and master of espionage.
Campan? No, you tricked me?
I did.
But we're friends, right? We're friends, right? Campan?
I did tell you.
It was rather obvious.
I guess you all did tell me. But Campan, I believed in you!
Sorry?
That's not good enough. When people say they're friends, they're supposed to help each other. I'm gonna smack you on the head.
Campan, great job, but you can totally go now. You're making my battery mad.
You're gonna get it too, Mary!
Ha! It's useless to struggle. You can't possibly.
Ugh! You're all jerks! You're all so selfish! I'm gonna smash this thing, and then I'm gonna smash you!
Guards! We've got enough power. Raise the Moloch!
We could practice.
Have at
Down you go! I'll bury you!
Huzzah!
Commence attack. It's over.
Take this!
I'll cut you down.
Dodge this! That's what you get. You're next, Compan.
There's no time for that. The slime!
I guess we got to get to the gate. It's done.
Now let us head for the seas. This place is brimming with slime.
Let's just stay. Just a little while.
I want to smack that Compan so bad. But we've got to go.
No. Goodbye, my paradise.
Quick, we can escape using the sewers. Ah, my old stomping ground.
What? Why?
This is how I used to smuggle spirits into the Iron Kingdom. Slime aside, I know these sewers like the back of my harpoon.
This is no time to reminisce.
Fine, fine. But if we're lucky, we might find one of my old stashes. I'm almost certain I left a barrel or two. Ah, we're getting close.
Are you sure that's not slime?
No, I mean, yes. It's not slime.
You are easily flustered, aren't you, Baozai?
There now, see? I knew there was a cask or two around here somewhere.
You must have run quite an impressive operation.
Ah, you think so?
What is this stuff? It smells weird.
Fermented spirits, my dear. Nectar of the gods. Tastes great, and can strip the paint off a house in a pinch.
Who wants that?
Me, that's who. Let's just crack one open. They are mine after all.
But the slime!
Let it come.
Must have stashed some cups around here. Right, so who else is having a drink?
Well, if you insist.
If a protector does it, so must I.
None for you, child.
Aww.
It doesn't really agree.
I'll do it if Ashna does it.
No way! It looks awful!
I'll have just a splash.
Milady? What was that?
I said I'd like to try it. Please.
Are you even old enough?
I'm 20. That's of age in the Navarre state. I've just never had occasion to try it before.
Well, no time like the present. Time to graduate to the big leagues, boy. Bottoms up!
Oh, this is terrible! Who would drink this?
Really? Let me smell it!
Ajna, I don't think...
Ah! It's poison!
And you didn't even taste it.
Am I dead? Bozai, am I dead?
Well, I quite liked it, Baozai. I suppose it requires an adult sensibility.
Puts hair on your chest and fire in your soul.
Hey, I got two. That ain't bad. Cheers, Tirani. Zebe.
Cheers!
Gross!
Man, I should have tried it.
That sewer was huge!
Well, there's a lot of rubbish in the Iron Kingdom. At least we found my stash.
I'd rather forget about that.
I'm not so sure.
We broke Mary's machine. The Iron Kingdom will be tied up in all this slime, and other nations will be safe.
But the people have to live in that slime.
Not to mention my brother.
Oh, right. Sorry, Kadira. I guess we didn't get any closer to...
It's all right. We did get some kind of revenge on the Iron Kingdom, but I would like...
After all this is done, we'll do that for sure.
Thank you.
That's 2 gates! Don't underestimate me. Incinerate.
I'll return the favor! Have at you! Open! Get to the feel the power of my...
Get off.
Ooh, wipe out.
Not gonna happen.
Sure, that sounds fine.
They got me.
Mother.
I'll bury you.
You're done! Not gonna happen.
Get to the
Can't hold on.
matters to another.
No! I can't die here!
Here we are, Tai Krung. Well,
I read it's the center of commerce for the Navarre state.
That's right.
Do you know much about Tai Krung? I only know what I read in the library in Lan.
I know lots. This is where I'm from.
What? You are? You never mentioned that before.
Well, you never asked. My parents still live here too. It'd be nice if we could go visit them.
Oh, let's do it!
Hooray! Just head through the forest and into town.
Ah, forest. It's comforting to be surrounded by trees.
Don't get too excited. It's not as big as the ones where you're from.
Still, it feels like coming home.
Even more so for me.
Oh no. These eyes, this warped body. I've seen this before. It's Oma addiction.
Oma?
You wouldn't know, Luxao. Oma is a sacred substance. It's harvested from the ocean of milk for use in ceremonies. It's only meant to be taken in small doses by practitioners of the ancient arts.
Like monks?
Yes, like monks. They use it to achieve a higher state of consciousness, furthering their connection to the gods. But they use it in small amounts, and at certain times. If one is inexperienced, if one takes too much, it can become addictive. And then you end up like this. And where there's one, there's likely another.
Can you help him?
I should be able to. There. They should be all right now. I've purged the Oma from their system. They will need time to recover, but that is up to them now.
Are you okay, Torani?
I'm all right. It takes a lot out of me, but if there's something I can do for the people, I must do it.
I hope everything's all right in the city. We've got to check in with my parents.
Right. Time to start some jerks! I'll destroy you!
Knock it off.
Pointless.
Bomb.
huge.
They make the best booze, too.
But there are Oma abusers everywhere. How was this allowed to happen?
It wasn't like this when I left. Sure, there were occasional problems, but this is an epidemic.
Don't worry, Ginseng. We'll figure this out.
This can't be.
Focus.
Annoying.
I'll bury you.
I'm unstoppable. Have at it! I thought I peaked long ago.
Yeah! What's with this?
Oh.
Hey! Come back here! What? Who was that jerk?
I'll bury you.
Have at it!
It's over!
Oh, we can see my house from here. It's... Oh, oh no, my house! Ajna! Bandits!
We've got to help, but how do we get there?
There's no time to go around. We've got to go across.
I suppose it's time I taught...
Oh, yeah?
Ready your harpoon, because school's in session.
Mom!
Hold it!
I'm here.
You're...
No time to explain. gone!
Who the heck was that now?
That was Naga Rider. He protects everyone who lives in Taikrung City. He's pretty cool.
Thank you so much for your help. Are you Ginseng's friend?
Mom, Dad, this is Ajna. I'm traveling with her and finding plants all over the world.
Chip off the old block, eh?
Hey, I'm blazing my own trail.
Of course you are. Well, we welcome you and your friends, even if it's for a short while.
But what's been going on since I left? Everything has changed so much.
Yes. There's so much crime these days that not even Naga Rider can handle it alone.
Why? What happened here?
Well, it all started when the Navarre army left town. It felt like Taikrung would finally become peaceful again. But then Mara came. He and his gang took over every major industry in town and started manufacturing Oma, more than anyone had ever seen.
They put so much of the town to work for them that the addicts almost outnumber the healthy now.
Mara, you say? This is terrible. To think someone would abuse Oma in this way, and that Mara would fall.
Who's Mara?
He's a Deva. Or he was. He appears to have fallen far if he's manufacturing Oma and using it to control the town. It's not meant to be used this way.
And yet, here we are.
Sounds like we need to pay.
Thank you again for...
Anytime. Any friend of Ginseng is a friend of ours.
Technically, we're Ginseng's parents, but hey.
Sorry I've been away so long, Mom and Dad.
We understand. You have to make a life for yourself. Even if we would rather you... And I must say, you've made some wonderful friends.
Yeah, I really have. I'll come see you again when...
Now, let's go find Mara.
He's set himself up in the tower behind the club. You'll find him there.
Bye for now.